Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are going to be doing a recognition of our senior Highclimber football team members.
Well, good evening and welcome to Highclimbers Stadium on the campus of Shelton High School for tonight's Class 3A and Narrows League football game between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Capital Cougars. I'm Diedrich Allen along with Jerry Apple, who will be joining us a little bit later in the game, probably about halftime. Tonight it is senior night for Shelton and a must-win for both teams. The Highclimbers need the victory to maintain their position in the Narrows League. Cougars want to win to have a chance at the postseason. As you know, the Shelton team is 5-3 on the season, 4-2 in the Narrows League, tied for second with Wilson and Central Kitsap, who, by the way, face each other tonight. Highclimbers are coming off a 24-6 win over Mount Tahoma, and with a win tonight, combined with a CK win, would mean the Highclimbers take the number 2 seed outright. With a Shelton win and a Wilson win, it would look like the Climbers would be the number 3 seed. And a Shelton loss just makes things complicated. On the other side of the field is a Capital team that is 3-5 on the season, 3-3 in the Narrows League, a game out of contention. A win tonight could force a tie, possibly a mini playoff. The Cougars soundly beat North Thurston last week, 49-7, to make it to 2 in a row. They also have competed with the other top teams in the league. Capital lost to Wilson by a point, 17-16. A week after losing to Central Kitsap 31-20 before putting together their 2-game winning streak as they got key players back from injury. Can the Highclimbers take care of business and control their postseason destiny on senior night? Or have the Cougars gelled as a team coming together to make a late postseason run? We'll get the answers to those questions tonight. Right now, they're recognizing the seniors, and let's just join our PA announcer.
Michael's here with his parents, Mistel and Brian Husky. Been playing for 5 years. His best memory was blocking for number 32, Golden Valor. Future plans are to go to college, and he eventually wants to become a gunsmith. Alan Kona is here tonight with Tim and Cindy Hall. Been playing for 3 years, and he attends to college, and he's going into the United States Marine Corps. Donnie Lambert. Donnie is here with Will Brookshire. Been playing for 9 years. His best memory is throwing his first touchdown pass in New Mexico. His future plans are to become an apprentice electrician. Timothy Lopez. He's here with Leo and Mitzi Lopez. He's been playing for 5 years, and his best memory is blocking the PAT against Central Kitsap. He wants to become an auto mechanic. Matt Malloy is here with Kelly and Tarn Malloy. Matt's been playing for 10 years, 10 good years. When Evan climbed up the wrong balcony at the Wenatchee camp, Matt got a real kick out of it. So did I. He wants to attend college and become a civil engineer. Ben Nansen. He's here with Sifo and Marak Nansen. He's been playing for 3 years. The block PAT against Central Kitsap is his highest moment. He wants to go to college for 2 years and become a mechanic. Colton Paller. He's here with Mark and Kim Paller. He's been playing for 8 years and putting on a play at the Nakata football team camp, and I remember what he's talking about. That was a good memory. Attended the University of Michigan and wrestler play football. Hayden Pyle is here with Stephanie Sexton, mom, and Michael Sexton, his stepdad. He's been playing for 4 years. Wenatchee camp is his best memory. He wants to be a firefighter and an EMT like his mom. Gabe Arena. Darren and Lisa Schweitzer are here with him. 10 years he's been playing. The win against Central Kitsap stands out as his biggest moment with the team, and he wants to enlist in the Navy or attend the Medical Institute of Pima. Tanner Rhodes. Todd and Jackie Rhodes are here. He's been playing for 10 long years. They've been good years for us. His best memory is going to camps and all the bonding he did with his teammates. He wants to finish his AA degree at a community college and transfer to a 4-year school, probably Washington State. Brandon Young. He's here with his mom, Rachel Cheneth. 8 years he's played. The win against Central Kitsap was his biggest moment, and he wants to become an X-ray technician and live in Seattle. Gonna miss you guys. Great job.
And those were some of the seniors that are on this team being recognized here before we get underway at Highclimber Stadium with the Central Kitsap, the Capital Cougars waiting in the wings for this game. And we will take a timeout. We'll be back as we will be hearing from Coach Matt Hinkle. And that's all next. This is high school football on MasonWebTV.com and Hooking Out Communications, HCC.net. We will be right back with the coach.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's in like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think.
Did you go by the cemetery?
We just passed the cemetery.
Just past the cemetery. Okay.
Are you sending anybody else?
I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio. Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great.
On the phone with me is Coach Matt Hinkle. He's a head coach of the Shelton football team. And, Coach, I got to tell you, that was a pretty good game last week.
Well, I thought the first half was pretty good. We executed offensively as well as defensively, and special teams-wise kicked in some support. And second half, defense continued to play well. We couldn't generate much offense, but we put stockpiled enough away to get past Mount Tahoma. And they had some athletes, and it was homecoming, so there was all kinds of unknown factors that we had fretted and worried about, but really didn't have to. But that always comes with homecoming week. But happy for the kids, and hope they had a good time at homecoming.
From a fan standpoint, it was a really entertaining game on both sides of the ball, I thought.
Well, good.
Now, I did notice you had a couple of different people playing, especially in the second quarter, and a different quarterback in there. Just giving some kids some time.
Yeah, getting them a little sniff of the field, and then we got an injury at fullback that we're working through. Our starter Trent Nosman got an ankle sprain. That's what a big factor why we slowed down a little bit offensively in the second half, because the fullback is a real important cog in the offensive team that we have, and when he sprained his ankle, we had a little bit of trouble finding a kid to replace him. So hopefully he'll be healthy by tomorrow, but he's still limping around a little bit.
So let's talk about Capital. This is a must-win. Is that right?
It is. Originally, I thought that we could get in either way, and we could have if North Thurston would have helped us out a little bit, but Capital beat them soundly. So no, there may mathematically be some way to slip on in if we lose, but I don't think so, and so it's a must-win.
So how does this work in the standings, or do you want to talk about that yet?
Well, first place locked up with Lincoln, and we have a three-way tie with us and Wilson and Central Kitsap right now, and Capital is only one game behind. So Central Kitsap and Wilson coincidentally play this week, and we play Capital. So the four teams that are vying for 3 spots are playing each other last week of the season, which is kind of exciting.
Is there a worst-case scenario other than you being knocked out?
Well, worst case scenario is that we do lose. I think the kids have performed real well this year, and we certainly hope that we can extend the season and keep the excitement going. But we just got to wait and see what happens tomorrow night.
Okay, Coach. Now let's talk about Capital. And what do you know about them?
Well, they've got some real blazers as far as running backs. They're not overly big, but they got two kids that really move. And their quarterback has come back from a hand injury, and he's thrown the ball fairly well. So we're hoping it just keeps raining and it kind of levels the playing field out with the slop and mire at Highclimber Stadium.
Injury-wise, Coach, you talked about Trenton. Is Willie Ruiz healthy?
We're hoping to have Willie Ruiz back. He sat out last week, but he's moving around and he's been practicing, so we hope to get him back. This time of year, every team's got one or two. It's just the nature of the beast, so just a matter of working through them.
Any other injuries of note?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, good luck, Coach. We'll see you on the field.
Thanks, Diedrich.
That's the Highclimber marching band here at Highclimber Stadium. We'll get the kickoff next as the Highclimbers won the toss and decided to defer. We'll get to that in a moment here on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Everyone else, please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, look around. All these people make sure that we are here today. Big round of applause for them, please. Thank you, veterans. Thank you for your service. And have a wonderful holiday season.
We're about ready to kick this thing off as the Capital Cougars are at the Highclimber Stadium tonight for some football. There was the action. The Highclimbers won the toss and deferred to the second half. And we're about ready to get this thing kicked off as the Cougars will be in their road whites and the Highclimbers are back to their gray uniforms. with the red letters. Just a few moments away from kickoff here, as the Cougars are out there to receive the kickoff from the Highclimbers. Cody Bragg will be teeing it up at the 40. Two guys back deep for Capital. One of them is Willie Bronxton Jr. He's on the far side there. And let's get ready for this game and get underway here at Highclimbers Stadium. There's the run up, and the kick is on the ground. And it'll go all the way to the 25, where it is partially bottled. And then that's where the Highclimbers will stop the Cougars, right about the 25-yard line. Pardon me while I get myself oriented to new cameras, new equipment, thanks to Hood Canal Communications. As it is a 1st and 10, and they'll spot the ball right at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's take a look here. Number 8's the quarterback. Is it 8 or 9? It's going to be Cody Jenkins. He's going to hand it off. And it's Bronxton on the carry around the right side. Jenkins, a senior, 6'1", just back from a hand injury. A freshman filled in for him while he was gone. And Rhodes is going to be credited with the tackle. So no real gain there. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. First possession of the ball game. Hand off again to Bronxton, and he's stopped at the 30-yard line with a short gain there. About 4 yards. Makes up 3rd and long 6, short 7. And Kimball will be credited with the stop there for Shelton. Looks like he'll go out of the pistol formation. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And a 3rd and long 6. Little play action, looking over to the far side. Overthrew his intended receiver, incomplete. And moving up 4th down real quickly for the Cougars. And the Highclimbers to get the ball, well, assuming that the punt will go. As Colton Pollard will be back about his 40-yard line to receive the punt. And it looks like Van Soderberg will be doing the kicking for the Cougars. So we're in the first quarter. There's the snap. Not much of a pressure. And then there's some late pressure. Colton will be driving back inside his 30. Goes straight up the middle, and gets to about the 40-yard line before he's pulled back. And the Highclimbers will start out on their own, it's like the 38-yard line. We do expect, don't see Willie Ruiz in the lineup. See Colton Pollard out there. Doesn't look like Ruiz is healthy enough to make a go for tonight, but we'll see. The offset eye, and the handoff goes to Pollard. He'll go straight up the middle, get a couple of yards. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line, give him 4. Flip 2nd down and 6 coming. Actually, a 2nd and 7. Only a 3-yard gain on that carry for Colton. Under center goes Giraldez. Offset I. Pitch to, looks like that might have been Willie Ruiz, but let me see when he gets up. Yes, it was Willie Ruiz with his first carry of the ball game. Just short of the first down marker by about a yard. And they'll put the ball to 47, so 5-yard gain there. 3rd down and 2 coming for the Highclimbers. Their first possession of the ball game after forcing a 3 and out on the Cougars. Offset I to the left, a receiver on each side. Giraldez under center, man jumped off. Ruiz gets the handoff going up the left side. And they're going to say it's going to be, they're going to stop play there. It'll be offsides on the Cougars. That'll give the Highclimbers a first down. So they'll move the ball into Cougar territory. The 1st and 10 for Shelton. Spotting the ball at, looks like the 47. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 47-yard line. Just underway here at Highclimbers Stadium. Shelton and Capital. Highclimbers in the gray uniforms with the ball. Handoff goes to Ruiz straight up the middle, and he's stopped as he hits the 45. Make it 2nd and 8 coming. Gabe Arena, a senior, in the ball game with the play from the sidelines. He'll go wide to the far side. And going with him might be Dylan Coots in there. And the man on the near side. And a little handoff in the middle to Ruiz, and he's just bottled up at the line of scrimmage, no gain. The clock is running as we approach 8 minutes. A little more than 8 minutes here to go in the first quarter. No score. Shelton Capital. Highclimbers' first possession of the ball game after forcing a 3 and out on the Cougars. Rawls go out of the shotgun. Pollard to his right. 2 receivers on both sides. There's the snap. Short drop. Looking over the middle. Throws it. Dumps it off. It's incomplete, popping out of there. Intended for Michael Hackler. Brings up 4th and 7. So it looks like the Highclimbers are going to punt it away. Colton Pollard will be in there to kick it away. And back deep to receive the punt will be Zach Smith for the Cougars, standing about his 10-yard line. There's the snap. Not much of a rush. A high end-over-end punt that's going to be taken as a fair catch at the 20-yard line. And that's where the Cougars will start out. And that's where the Cougars will take their second possession of the ball game. No score. First quarter action here at Highclimbers Stadium. So it'll be an I formation for the Cougars. Jenkins under center, hand it off. Second guy through the lineup, and he'll through the line, and he'll get into the secondary just barely. And that's Bronxton on the carry, and a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Cougars. Clock is running as we're approaching 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Looks like the Highclimbers are going to at least show a blitz. Again, out of the I formation, 2 receivers far side. Handoff goes to Bronxton. Bronxton met at the line of scrimmage. Might have fallen forward for a yard or 2. Spot the ball at the 28, give him 2 yards. And it's 3rd down and 3. Skylar Ross with the tackle for Shelton. Again, out of the I formation. Jenkins goes under center with the receiver to the far side, one to the near side. I formation, as I said. Handoff goes to Bronxton. He'll spin his way into the secondary and a 1st down, just shy of the 40-yard line. And it looks like they'll spot the ball at the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. 2nd possession of the ball game, no score. I formation again, the receiver on each side. Jenkins will look back at his coach for some instructions, set the line, taking his time. Back to pass he goes, short drop, dump it over the middle, is overthrown, incomplete. 2nd down coming. So the 6th play of the drive coming for the Cougars. Clock is stopped, just under 6 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter, no score. Capital with the ball. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Pistol formation for Jenkins this time. Little play action and an option pitch to Broxton Watt, a running room out there. Getting around the outside, cross midfield. Into Highclimber territory near the 45 before he's brought down on the far sidelines. And that's 1st down for Capital. Actually mark it at the 44. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, and then again it's out of that pistol formation. Looks like it's Ryder Martin just to the right, little play action to him. Little fake out by Jenkins, and he'll dive forward around the left side for positive yardage. It looks like he got 7 on that carry on the 1st down run. Coming up, looks 7 yards on that run down to the 38-yard line. Same formation again. Pistol formation working for the Cougars. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Little handoff this time. Trying to get positive yardage. It's Dexter Morton, and he breaks it free, and it looks like he's going to score. And he does. 4:53 to go here in the 1st quarter, and the Cougars are on the board first. And the point after here coming. Snap spot in the kick. It is up. And it is good. So tack on another one. 7-0 Capital striking first. 4:53 to go here in the 1st quarter. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hooking Out Communications, HCC.net. We'll be right back.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Capital Cougars will go 80 yards in 8 plays and score a touchdown to lead this ball game by a score of 7-0. Getting ready to kick it back to the Highclimbers. Have it teed up. Getting ready to tee it up here at the 40-yard line is Soderberg. We've got Pollard back standing about 4-yard line. And the ball falls off the tee. Okay. And let's see here. There's a run up and the kick. High. End over end kick that's going to try Pollard back into his own end zone, and that's where the Highclimbers will start out with their drive at the ball at the 20-yard line. So 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital on top of Shelton. Shelton has the ball at their own 20-yard line. Geraldus will go under center with the offset eye to the left and a receiver on each side. And off to Pollard. Pollard dances in his way, still fighting, gets for 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming for the Highclimbers. Trying to answer the touchdown. Same formation as last time. Young will shift over, a little pass play, dump it over, and it's complete. And breaking tackles, I believe it's Michael Hackler getting up to the 45-yard line. First down for the Highclimbers, make it the 46. Nope, it is 45. I believe it was Michael Hackler on the reception. Actually, it's 24, Kyle Kimball. Highclimbers trying to move the ball. Same formation. Handoff goes to Ruiz up the middle. Pushing his way, pushing the pile. Getting 2 yards to 47. Second down and 8 coming for the Highclimbers. Geraldus will go under center. Sending a receiver to the near side, one to the far side. Offset eye to the right, and Young will shift over to the left this time and hand it off to Pollard. Pollard hit at the behind the line of scrimmage, manages to fall forward to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 8 coming. Little rain falling. The Highclimber Stadium. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital on top. Shelton with the ball. Geraldus will go out of the shotgun this time, send 2 receivers to the near side, to the far side. The guy step behind him and to his right, looks like it's Pollard. Back to pass he goes, looking to the near side. Throws it just short of the intended target, and that looks like Arena. Brings it 4th down. And another punt coming for the Highclimbers. So Colton Pollard in there to kick it away, standing on his own 35-yard line to punt it away. Snap on target. Kick is high and spiraling. It'll hit inside the 25, roll inside the 20. And that's where the Cougars will take over on their own, looks like 19-yard line. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 is the score. Capital on top. Cougars get the ball back. Cougars trying to extend their season. The Highclimbers wanting to maintain their number 2 spot. Coming into tonight, the standings have Lincoln on top, Wilson, Central Kitsap, and Shelton all tied for 3rd. Cougars right a game out. Could make things very interesting if they can pull the upset here tonight, but that's a long ways to go. Back to pass goes Jenkins. Has a guy there. It's complete on the near side. And that goes to Bertelli. Carson Bertelli with the catch. Just across the 25. Call it 26. Brings up 2nd and 3. Pistol formation again that has worked. 2 receivers far side, a little play action. Pitch goes to Broxton. Broxton breaking his way out the outside, gets first down before he's brought down. Across the 30 to 32. So the first down for Capital. As we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital on top. And with the ball. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Pistol formation. Jenkins back to pass, throws it over off the hands of an intended target. Looks like that might have been. Don't know who that was. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Same formation again for the Cougars. This is spreading it out a little bit with a couple of receivers near side, 1 to the far side, 1 guy behind Jenkins, and he'll get the handoff. It's Broxton. Broxton tripled over his own guy for no gain. Brings up 3rd down. And 10. Actually, they're going to call it 31, so a loss of 1 on that. So 3rd and 11 from the 31. First quarter action, it's minute 20 and counting in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital with the ball are the Cougars. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. And it looks like we have a timeout. Cougars call a timeout, so we will step aside for a short one. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, get half off a new bundled broadband connection for 6 months and free installation, but without any contract.
With unlimited internet access from HCC, you can keep your multi-device, data-hungry family happy. Close the generation gap without any data caps.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
And we're back at Highclimbers Stadium. Minute 8 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital leading, and the Cougars have the ball, taking a timeout on the 3rd and 11 from their own 31. A 38-yard run is the difference of this ball game so far, and that TD went to Dexter Morton for Capital. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass. Nope, but Jenkins is going to take it and keep it himself. Goes straight up the middle and get probably about 5 yards of that. Right to the 37-yard line. So a gain of 6 there. Brings up 4th and 5. So 40 seconds in the first quarter. And it's a punting situation. There's the kick. High kick that's going to go out of bounds. Probably up around the 40s where they're going to spot it. Going to put it at just inside the 40 at the 39. That's where the Highclimbers will start out. And there's 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Highclimbers break the huddle. Offset eye to the right side. Receiver on each side. It's like it's Poller at the end of the eye. He'll get the handoff, go straight up the middle, and dive forward for a yard. 2nd and 9 coming for the Highclimbers as the first quarter starting to wind down. Looks like they will pretty much end the quarter. I don't think the Highclimbers are going to get a playoff here before the end of the quarter. Well, maybe they will.
NYC.gov or call 311.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Find the right solution for your business with Hood Canal Communications. We offer business phone service and systems, broadband and networking, cable TV, and digital music. Find the right fit for your business, and together we'll grow. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net. Hood Canal Communications, Mason County's premier communications service provider.
And we're back, waiting for the start of the second quarter. Sorry for the technical difficulties here we're experiencing. It's evening, trying to hold it out. We will get this thing figured out before the end of the game. The Highclimbers have a 2nd and 9 from their own 40-yard line. And back to pass goes Geraldus, and he'll go down. Loss of, it looks like, 5 on the play. Actually, make it 6-yard loss on that. Brings up 3rd and 16. Clock continues to run. We're just underway here in the second quarter. 7-0 Capital on top of Shelton. The Highclimbers do have the ball in their home dark uniforms, gray with red numbers. Gross goes out of the shotgun and send everybody out. He'll dump it off to Ruiz, actually try to. Overthrows him. That brings up 4th down. Colton Poller come out to pick it away for the Highclimbers. Not being able to get much happening here in the ball game so far. So Poller will be back there, or going back deep. Zach Smith standing about his 29-30 yard line. There's the kick, another high kick for Poller, and just taking it right there. Just came right to Smith. He'll take it. And then Capital will take over on their own 30-yard line. Just a minute into this second quarter. And the Cougars have the ball in the lead. To the pistol with 2 receivers near side, nobody to the far side. Back to pass he goes on the rollout, coming near it. Throwing it out, got him in there, complete. At the 40-yard line. Went to Smith on the catch. It's a 1st and 10 for the Cougars on their own 40. Just shy of the 1st down, actually. Is that 3rd down, or will we have a measurement here? Let's find out. Yep, looks like we're going to have a nope, they're going to say it's 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Cougs at the 40-yard line. Handoff actually faked me out. I thought that Jenkins had it, but the handoff went to Broxton. No gain on that. So there's a 2nd down. as we approach 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Pistol formation again for Jenkins. It's like Bronxton's behind him. Handoff, little play action. Gets the pitch to him, going to the left side. In around the outside, and he's drugged down at the 45. It's like Tanner Rhodes in on the tackle for the Highclimbers. A little muddy out there as the rain. Looks like it's stopped for the moment, but it is a muddy field. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Clock is running. Cougars lead 7-0. Two receivers near side, one to the far side, and that pistol formation again. Jenkins has Morton to his left. Little play action, little dump off pass, and getting the pass completed out there to Bartelli. Just under the jumping man, I believe that was Gabe Rena jumped that and couldn't quite get to it, but first down for the Cougars inside the Highclimber 45 to the 43. It's like a 12-yard pickup there. This little pistol is making some trouble for the Highclimbers defensively. And after Morton gets the handoff, dancing his way into the secondary. It's near the 35, actually 37. Quick 5 on that one. And second down coming. Second and 5. Clock continues to run. And again, they stay with the pistol formation. Two receivers near side, one to the far side. Morton beside Jenkins, back to pass. Throws it over to the near side. Got a man there, complete. And he's on the way inside the 5, touchdown. And that was Chase Martin with the touchdown. "37-yard strike for the Cougars, and they are just tacked on 6 more. 13-0 is the score, point after coming for the Cougars. Soderberg in there, an excellent kicker. Holder is going to be Jenkins, excuse me. There's snap, spot, and the kick. It's up. Looks good. Waiting for the signal. It is good. So tack on another one. Make it 14-0. Capital on top of Shelton with 8:01 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back here on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And we're back here at Highclimbers, leading Shelton here in the first half. And getting ready to kick it off for Soderberg. Pollard standing at his goal line. It's like it's Hackler and probably McCullough up at about their 10-yard line in the backfield for the Highclimbers. Waiting for this kickoff. 8:01 to go here in the half. Not what the Highclimbers wanted to do, is run from or come from behind here tonight. Final home game, final regular season game. There's the run up, and they actually the football fell off the tee. I think this has happened twice already in this game. Soderberg will take a long. He takes about 10 yards to run up on this ball. See if he put the last kickoff into the end zone. Let's see if he'll do it again. There's the kick, high, end over end kick. That will be taken at the 4-yard line by Pollard. He'll go straight up the middle, and he's going to break it up into the open, across the 50, and down he goes into Cougar territory. Big run back for the Highclimbers, Colton Pollard. And ran about, let's see here, 40, 45, 46 yards. Spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Highclimbers with a good field position. And it'll be under center. Man in motion. It's like Rena. Pitch goes to Pollard. Pollard trying to get around the outside. There is a flag down on the play. It's near the 35, called the 36-yard line before he's pulled down, but there's a flag in the backfield. And an illegal shift that'll bring this one back. So that puts the ball back 5 yards. Should put it on, let's see here, 47. So, and it's first down and 15, and it'll be back, actually, let's see. And now it's at the 47, so it'll start at the 42, so move 47. That's where the Highclimbers will start over with the first and 15. Offset I again. Looks like Ruiz is in there at the end of the I. Little play action, a little break up there is Geraldus will go down, another loss in the play. A little mix up there and a sack on that one. Big loss on that play. Back into Highclimber territory. The Highclimbers are going backwards here tonight. Had a good run off by Pollard to start this possession, but now the Highclimbers have gone back to their own 43-yard line. A loss of, it looks like 9 on that play. Brings up second down in a bunch, and we have a timeout. So we'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Find the right solution for your business with Hood Canal Communications. We offer business phone service and systems, broadband and networking, cable TV, and digital music. Find the right fit for your business, and together we'll grow. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net. Hood Canal Communications, Mason County's premier communications service provider.
7:21 to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Capital on top of Shelton here at Highclimber Stadium tonight. In a must-win situation for both teams. If the Cougars win this one, they likely have a little mini playoff, but we'll find out more about that after tonight's play. Highclimbers want to win this game to maintain their number 2 spot in the standings, as they are currently coming into tonight's play time with Central Kitsap Wilson, who, by the way, are playing tonight at Lincoln Bowl. That's right. So we have a second down and a bunch, 25 for the Highclimbers in their own territory. Handoff goes to Ruiz. He'll just run straight up the middle and pick up about 5 of that. Actually, it's going to be about 4 to the 47. Brings up third down and long. Clock is running with 6:40 to go here in the half. Shotgun formation for Geraldus and company. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass he goes. He's been sacked twice, throws over the middle, and he throws it short. Incomplete, brings up 4th down. Colton Pollard in to kick it away for the Highclimbers on a 4th down and about 20. Smith will be back standing around his 25, waiting for this kick. With the incomplete pass, stop the clock, 6:28 to go here in the half. There's the snap, and there's the kick. Another high spiraling kick that'll drive Smith back near his 10-yard line. It's up to the 15 and 20 before he's run out of bounds. Depending on where they'll spot it, it'll be at the 23. Now, Capital has had, let's see here, a drive of 80 yards and a drive of 70 yards. Winding up in touchdowns for the Cougars to put them up 14-0 here on the Highclimbers in the second quarter. .6:18 to go in the half. Two receivers far side, nobody to the near side, and that pistol formation for Jenkins. Cody Jenkins got a man in motion, that's Smith. And a handoff, a little play action on the rollout, going to the bootleg, throwing it over the middle and throwing it short. Incomplete to Chase Van Driver. Brings up 2nd down, 10. Stopping the clock at 6:12 to go here in the half. So far it's been all Capital here. Maybe they have gelled. Jenkins will send 3 receivers to the far side. Go out of the shotgun. And it's Broxton to his left in the formation. And they'll get the handoff. Trying to get by the defense. Does up the sidelines. Speeding up the sidelines. Knocked out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Maybe the 45, depending on where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be 46. Big 26-yard, 23-yard gain there. Stopping the clock with 6:05 to go here in the half. Again, the pistol formation. Morton coming around the near side, and he's stopped after a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the carry. Across the 50 into the Highclimber territory, the 49. Bringing up 2nd down and about 4. And all Capital here tonight, which is very surprising to pretty much everybody in the stadium. Coming into the game with a 3-5 overall record, 3-3 in the Narrows League. 2 receivers far side, high snap, hands off to Broxton. Broxton hits the line of scrimmage and is driven down. Looks like Nick Wushner on the tackle there. Short gain, maybe a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3 from the Highclimber 47-yard line. 47.5. Really muddy there in the middle of the field. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Pistol again for Jenkins. Broxton behind Jenkins. Morton to Jenkins right. Snap, little play action looking over. He's got a man in there, and is it complete? They're going to say it is complete to Chase Martin. 1st down inside the Highclimber 40 to the 47, or so 37, excuse me. 11-yard gain. Second 1st down on this drive for Capital, leading 14-0. Mount Tahoma kind of had their way with the Highclimbers with this similar formation. There's a snap, little play action, pitch on the option, and nice defense. Busting in there to make the play. It looks like it's Tanner Rhodes, I believe. Can't see the number from here. With a big loss on the play there. And a loss, what the Highclimbers needed, of 5. Back to the 43. Brings up second down and 15. Clock is running as we hit 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Capital. Jenkins brings him out. Same formation with that pistol. He's got Morton to his right. Broxton behind him. A receiver to the far side, one to the near side. We have another timeout. It's timeout for Capital. So we'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
3:44 to go in the half. 14-0 Capital leading Shelton. Cougars have the ball coming out of the timeout with a 2nd and 15 from the Highclimbers 43. Started this drive back on their 23-yard line. The Capital Cougars own 23. And this first half has been owned by the Cougars, having their way with the Highclimbers here tonight. Highclimber Stadium. Man in motion, that's Smith, going to the opposite side of the field. And there's a flag down. Likely a false start on the Cougars. Let's see what the call is. That's an offsides on the Highclimbers.
The call is offsides against the Highclimbers.
So that makes it 2nd and 10 now. I need to give Capital any breaks here tonight because they've been pretty much having their way with the Highclimbers. Spot the ball at the 37-yard line now. The 2nd down. They'll wind the clock with 3:42. Same formation again. 2 receivers near side. And then handoff to Broxton. Broxton breaking his way up the right side before he's pulled down. And there's a flag away from, there's a flag near the play, and I think there's a flag away from the play as well. Let's see what we have. We might have unsportsmanlike on the Highclimbers. And let's see what the discussion is. Refereeing crew meets in about the 30. So the call is there's a hold on Capital and no penalty on the Highclimbers. That's good news. So from the spot, 10 yards from that spot, should make it 2nd down in about 11 or 12, depending on where it ends up. Ball's going to be back at the 43-yard line. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 14.
And once again, 2nd and 15 for the Cougars.
3 receivers, far side for Capital. And Jenkins will just pull it down and run with it straight up the middle. Get inside the 35 before he's pulled down. It's like the 34. And a gain of 9 on that play. Tanner Rhodes for the Highclimbers, credited with a tackle. Brings up 3rd and 6. Under 3 minutes to go here in the half. 14-0 Capital. Cougars with the ball and driving. 3 receivers near side. Jenkins has Morton beside him. He'll pull it down again and go straight up the middle. Get to the 30 before he's stopped. Brings up 4th down and short. It's like Darkade Jennings with the tackle. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 2. at the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, can I please have all of the parents of the senior band members report down to the track. All senior.
Clock is running with approaching 2 minutes. 4th down and 2 coming. 3 receivers near side. Morton and Jenkins will pull it down, and that he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a half a yard. That's over on downs to the Highclimbers. Shelton gets the ball back with under 2 minutes to work, starting deep in their own territory. Well, not deep, on their own 30. Let's see if they can put something together here and then in the half with something positive. As they have a 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Trailing by 14 points. Giraldus will send 2 receivers to far side, 2 to the near side. Got a guy beside him. It looks like it's Pollard. There's the snap, back to pass he goes. Throwing it over to the far side, got a man there. It's deflected and picked off and going the other way by the Cougars. Looks like it was number 60 on the pick. Over 50, Nate Smith with the pick. Puts the Cougars in a good field position. On the Highclimber 10. With 1:46 to go here in the half. It's like a 1st and goal. From the far hash mark. Jenkins will spread him out with 2 receivers on the near side. Morton's beside him. Broxton behind him. Nobody on the far side. Up there, finally bringing another guy. And he goes to the far side in the slot. High snap handoff to Morton. Morton stopped immediately for a loss. Looks like it's Tanner Rhodes with the tackle there. Loss of 2. And I'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 12. Minute 20 to go here in the half and counting. Jenkins will go out of the pistol again. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Broxton behind him, Morton to his right. Out of the pistol. Looking to pass, throws to the end zone. Got a man there, it's complete. And it's good. Smith with another touchdown. For Capital. Making it 20-0. And Soderberg's out to kick the point after. For Capital, trying to extend this lead to 3 touchdowns. And 1:01 to go here in the half. There's the spot, the kick, it's up. And it's good. Make it 21-0. 1:01 to go here in the half. All Capital so far. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Capital Cougars go, after an interception, take advantage of that interception, go 12 yards. And a 5-yard TD pass from Cody Jenkins to Zach Smith. And the score is now 21-0 Capital. And the Cougars look like they're going to try an onside kick here with 1:01 to go. Keep it out of the hands of Colton Pollard, who's standing back on his own goal line for this kickoff. And the Cougars are kind of loading it up more towards the center of the field and the far side. Got to go 10 yards. Highclimbers kind of sneak up there to close to the 50. And Soderberg asking if everybody's ready. There's a run up in the kick, and he's going to pooch it, and falling on it at about the 24 are the Highclimbers. The minute to go, under a minute to go. Can the Highclimbers get something going here? It's like a 24. First and 10 for Shelton with 59 seconds to go in the half. Raldis will send one receiver wide to the near side, one to the far side. I'll hand it off to Ruiz. Ruiz up the middle, dragging a man with him. Got to the 30. Six-yard gain, looks like. There's a 2nd and 5.
Ruiz on the carry, gain of 6, bringing up 2nd and 4, Highclimbers.
2nd down coming, the clock is running. Rawls go under center with the offset eye to the left side, and receiver on each side. Gonna let the clock run. Green coming down, handoff goes to Ruiz. Ruiz busted into the secondary, across the 35 to near the 40 or the 38. Quick 8-yard run and the first down. And 10 seconds to go here is where they'll stop the clock at 11, actually, where they set the chains. And then they'll wind her up. And I don't know if the Highclimbers can get a playoff before the runs out. It's been all Capital Cougars here tonight, and doesn't look like the Highclimbers are going to get a playoff. So we're through one half, and all Capital tonight, 21-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back for halftime festivities here at Highclimber Stadium on senior night. It's a 21-0 Capital. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net. We'll be right back.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, get half off a new bundled broadband connection for 6 months and free installation, but without any contract.
With unlimited internet access from HCC, you can keep your multi-device, data-hungry family happy. Close the generation gap without any data caps.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
It's halftime, and we're going to get a performance by the dance team. So let's listen in.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. May God be with you all. May God be with you all. May God be with you all.
Your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. At the siren, all emergency services will be suspended for 12 hours. Your government thanks you for your participation.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please recognize your Shelton Highclimber Marching Band.
It's your high climber band. Your high climbers stand.
Prepare our senior band members and their families. Introducing at this time, Sydney Justice. Sydney is being escorted by her mom and dad, Jana and Roy Justice. She is a first-year Shelton High School cheerleader. Excuse me. Yeah. Marissa Newberry. Marissa has played baritone in concert band for 6 years and in the marching band for 4 years. She is currently the low brass section leader and the field captain for the Shelton High Climber and plans for attending community college after high school. John C. Barton. JC has been a trumpet player for the Shelton High Climbers for 4 years. He is currently serving as trumpet section leader. His plans after high school are to pursue his dream of becoming a doctor. Max Pennington, who is unfortunately currently involved with activities at the auditorium. Max has been playing drums since he was 4 years old. He has been a Shelton High Climber for 4 years and is currently serving as the percussion section leader after high school. He is planning on attending community college for 2 years and then move to a major university where he will focus on music. Colton Hansen. Colton has been a member of the Shelton High Climbers for 5 years. He is currently serving as saxophone section leader in marching band. After graduation, he plans to pursue a career in either music or automotive field. and John Price. John Price has served as the Shelton Highclimber for 4 years as a trumpet player, currently is an apprentice as an electrician for a local business and plans to continue on to journeyman electrician after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, your Shelton Highclimber marching band seniors and family.
And this is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. Halftime score here at Highclimbers Stadium. Capital 21. Shelton nothing. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter and more from Highclimbers Stadium in just a moment on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. We'll be right back.
So I've come up with the family.
Wait, what is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody out for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
Well, it's the junior cheerleaders out there, the young ladies, the future high climber cheerleading squad out there. Kind of hard to hear because of the crowd noise here. And well, we'll get back to this game here in a moment. It's been all Cougars tonight, 21-0. Highclimbers did stop them on the first, High Capital on the first possession. And started on their own 34, but was unable to get anywhere and had to punt it back. And then the Cougars went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. And it was a 43-yard TD run. I'm sorry, 7 plays, 38-yard TD run to put the Cougars up 7-0 in the first quarter. Highclimbers unable to do anything. They do had a couple of first downs. Was able to stop the Cougars in the next possession. Ended up with another punt. After that, then the Cougars went 70 yards in 7 plays and make it to 14-0. And that was in the second quarter. Highclimbers had a good return by Colton Pollard. Started on the Cougars 43, but then went backwards and ended up punting. And then the Cougars started at their 23, made it to the Highclimber 30. Went over on downs, and the Highclimbers threw an interception. And it was returned to the 12-yard line, actually the 10-yard line. A good defensive play, but they did end up with that TD with under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter of the first half, and that puts us at our score 21-0. We will take timeout. We'll be back here with the third quarter kickoff. The Highclimbers will get the ball to start the third quarter, and that'll happen coming up in a few minutes. It's 21-0 Capital all over Shelton tonight on MasonWebTV.com and HoodCanalCommunicationsHCC.net.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And we're back at the Highclimbers Stadium. Now the cheerleaders are being recognized here, the senior cheerleaders for the Highclimbers.
Shalia plans to relocate to the state of Texas, where she will tackle her studies to hopefully one day become a veterinarian. Alex Harper. Alex is being escorted by her mom, Andy Harper, and her dad, Brent Latham, her little sister, Josie, and her best friend, Stephanie Holter. She is the 2015-2016 co-captain and is a fourth-year cheerleader at Shelton High School and has cheered for 13 years. Her hero is her stepdad for stepping up 6 years ago and loving her as his own when he didn't have to. She credits her mom for her love of cheer, for pushing her, supporting her, and always being there to be her #1 fan. After high school, Alex plans to go on to SPSCC, where she plans and intends on receiving her AA and then transferring to a 4-year to fulfill her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Ladies and gentlemen, your lady senior cheer for this year.
So senior night's not just for the football players, it's also for the band and the cheerleading staff. And just about a minute and a half from third quarter kickoff, we'll be back with that here in a moment. It's 21-0 Capital on top of Shelton.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Find the right solution for your business with Hood Canal Communications. We offer business phone service and systems, broadband and networking, cable TV, and digital music. Find the right fit for your business, and together we'll grow. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net. Hood Canal Communications, Mason County's premier communications service provider.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter, 21-0 Capital. The Highclimbers did win the toss, and they did defer to the second half. And obviously they needed that, and they need to get something going pretty quickly here in the third quarter. to try and get back in this ball game as they trail by 3 touchdowns and have been unable to try to really generate any significant offense as Soderberg is getting ready to tee it up, and he has been quite a force keeping the Highclimbers on their heels. Colton Pollard back on his goal line. Michael Hackler and Marshall McCullough about the 10-yard line. Waiting for this kick from Soderberg as the rain has started to fall again here at Highclimber Stadium. Third quarter about ready to start. 21-0. Capital tonight. There's the run up and the kick. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick that will drive Pollard back into his own end zone, and that's where he'll let it go over his head, and the Highclimbers will start out on their own 20.
Highclimbers take over on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
So not a great half for the Highclimbers. They trail 21-0, and they have a 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Got to get something happening quickly. Offset eye to the right side. Geraldus under center, man in motion from the far side. That's Reyna. Pitch going to Pollard. Pollard trying to cut it back, and he gets maybe a yard before they blow the whistle. 2nd down and 9 coming. Maybe give him 2. 22. Make it 2nd and 8. Pollard fought for every bit of that. Couple of yards. Officially, they're going to give him 3. I don't know how you can go to 22 and still have 3 yards on the carry. We'll call it 2nd and 8 from the 22. Receiver on both sides, man in motion. It's McCullough going the opposite side. Hand off to Pollard. Pollard gets across his tackle on the left side. It's near the 29-yard line before he's pulled down. Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Highclimbers. Third quarter action just underway. Highclimbers trailing by 3 touchdowns, 21-0. Michael Hackler coming into the ball game. As does Darkade Jennings to get some size on that offensive line. Good. 3rd and less than 1 from the 29 for the Highclimbers. Geraldus under center with the full house backfield. Keep it himself. Dives over for the 1st down to the left side. So that's 1st down. And a gain of 3. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own. Well, actually, it looks like the 33. So that quarterback keeper got 4 yards for Geraldus. He'll send a receiver to each side, an offset eye to the right side. Pollard at the end of the eye. Man in motion. Slank Arena. Back to pass it goes. And intended for Arena, and he slipped in the turf and incomplete. This brings up 2nd and 10 from the 33. We do have a Highclimber down on, I believe it's a Highclimber. No, it's actually a Cougar down on the turf. Back at the line of scrimmage. 10-10 to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 in Capital on top of Shelton. Highclimbers looking to stay in their number 2 position, but have a long road to go here as the Cougars have come into Highclimber Stadium trying to pull the upset. So we have a man down for Capital. Unable to tell from this distance who it is. So as they attend to the injured Cougar. Actually, no, he's Maxwell Zio is the injured guy up off of his own, under his own power off to the far side. So we're going to take a break, but we're going to keep it right here, actually. So 2nd and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own 32-yard line. Actually, 33. Geraldus will go under center with 2 receivers far side. Offset eye to that far side, the left side. Man in motion. Across the formation. And handoff goes to Willie Ruiz, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Dives forward, though, for maybe a yard. Give him 2. So brings up 3rd and 8 from the 35 now. Clock is running at 9:35 and counting in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun for Geraldus. Ruiz to his left and about a step behind. And it looks like somebody went early. Throw over the middle, incomplete. And brings up 4th down. Don't see a flag on the play, but brings up 4th down. Clock is stopped at 9:22. And on to punt again is Colton Pollard. Colton's had a good night kicking. Zach Smith back about his 25. Wait for this punt. And Pollard takes his time as everybody goes into coverage. Spirals that one down, and Smith will take it. Fair catch at the 30. And that's where Capital will start. On their own 30-yard line, leading by 3 touchdowns, 21-0. Highclimbers having some difficulty with the pistol formation. It spreads out the offense, or the defense actually, a little bit tonight, and that's what the Cougars will go into, as they have had very good success with the receiver on each side. And the handoff's going to go to Bruxton. Bruxton getting around the right side. Positive yard line, or positive yards, I should say, maybe 2. Rain continues to fall. Under 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Call it 2nd and 8 from the 32. And same formation as it has been, very successful. Actually, this is going to be the I formation for Jenkins and company. A receiver on each side, and he's taking his time. And he'll fake the pitch and hand it off to the first guy through. That'll be Morton to the 35. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Don't think that the Cougars are going to be in too big of a hurry any possession they have. Jenkins will send 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Morton will be to his left, and Broxton behind him. Out of that pistol again. Pistol's been trouble for the Highclimbers the last couple of games. Back to pass he goes. He'll dump it off, and it's complete. No, it's actually incomplete. Intended target there is Chase Martin, and that brings a 4th down. So punting situation for the Cougars. Clock stops, 7:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Colton Pollard will step back to his 30 to wait the punt. Van Soderberg does the punting and the kicking, place kicking for the Cougars. And it'll be a high spiraling kick that Pollard will let bounce over his head. It'll hit at the 15 and be down inside the 15, about the 13-yard line. And that's where the Highclimbers will. Strauss will go under center. Send a man in motion across the formation. The other side, offset eye. Pitch going to Poller. Poller is going to be tackled for a loss at the 10-yard line. Loss of 3 brings up second down and about 13. Actually, going to make it 12. Bought the ball at the 11-yard line. Second and 11. Or actually, second and 12 from the 11-yard line. Aldis will send a receiver on each side. Back to pass it goes. Looking to the far side. Got a man in the middle. Did he catch it or not? They're going to say no, he did not. So it brings up third down and 12. Clock is stopped with 6:51 to go in the third quarter. Third down and 12 from the 11-yard line for Shelton. Rose will go in a shotgun formation with 2 receivers on each side. Back to pass he goes. Looking to the far side, got a man there, overthrew him, incomplete. Brings up fourth down. But there is a flag on the play. Pass interference, it looks like. Yep, it's pass interference on the Cougars, so that will extend the drive. And give the Highclimbers a first down. And the refereeing crew is discussing. Should be a 15-yard penalty. And they'll put the ball in the end, after all that, on the 28-yard line. And it's first and 10. The Highclimbers get a break there. Out of the shotgun again goes Geraldus, 2 receivers each side. Back to pass goes, under pressure, dumps it off. It's deflected and intercepted. And who had a big mitts on that? 65, I believe. Don't have a 65 on my roster. There's a 55. Daniel Garland with the interception. And the Cougars get the ball back on the Shelton 23-yard line. Short fields. It's been all Cougars tonight. Jenkinson's 2 receivers far side. Has Morton beside him and Roxton behind him. Back to pass. He's looking in there and under pressure going down goes Jenkins. Don't know who busted in there. Hard numbers are getting harder to see. 24. It's Kyle Kimball with the sack. Or is this Skylar Ross? No, it's Kyle Kimball. Loss of 7, back to the 30-yard line. Second and 17 for the Cougars. 3 receivers far side. From the shotgun. And a handoff going to Broxton. Broxton gets a couple of yards. Broken up by Colton Poller. Maybe gives him 1. So brings up third down and long from the 29. 5.5 minutes to go almost here in the third quarter. 21-0 Capital. Cougars have the ball and the lead with a third down and 17. Shotgun again, and Jenkins is going to keep it, weaving his way, getting inside the 25 before he's pulled down, bringing up fourth down. Rain coming down harder. And they're going to spot that ball on the 25. My question is this in the range of Soderberg's leg? Actually, it's going to be spotted at the 24. It brings it fourth down and about 12. And the Cougars are looking to go for it. Trying to add on. What do they have to lose? They're up 21-0 with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun again with three receivers near side. And the rain starts to come down a little bit harder. Handoff goes to Bruxton, going up the far side. And gets near the 15-yard line before he's pulled down. Shy of the first down. And that's where the Highclimbers will take over. On their own 15-yard line. Still got a lot of yards to make up and a lot of ground. 21-0 Capital at Highclimber Stadium tonight with a big lead in the third quarter. Charles go with the offset eye with the receiver on each side, one wide to the near side. Man in motion. Rena. Hand off to Pollard. Pollard straight up the middle. Gets near the first down marker before he's pulled down. Very close for Pollard on the run. It's first down at 25. So first and 10. The Highclimbers trying to get something going in the rain here tonight, trailing by 3 touchdowns. In the third quarter. Skylar Ross enters the huddle for the Highclimbers. And Geraldus will go out of the shotgun, sending 2 receivers on each side. It's like Pollard's beside Geraldus. Passing situation in the rain. Looking to the near side, throwing complete to Kimball. Kimball just shy of the first down marker. Going to bring up second down and short at the 34. So second and 1, or less than 1. Clock is running in the third quarter. McCullough, and it looks like, I'm not sure, it comes to the near side, to the far side. Shotgun again for Geraldus. Quick handoff to Pollard. Pollard gets the first down and maybe an extra yard just for safe. Brings up first and 10 from the 36 now for the Highclimbers. Actually called 37. Give Pollard 3 more yards tonight. Rain continues to fall, and we're under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Highclimbers trailing at 21-0 with the ball. Geraldus will go out of shotgun. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. And a penalty. Now marching back 5. And I'll bring up first and 15.
Penalty on play. Illegal motion against the Highclimbers.
Geraldus under actually go out of the shotgun. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass he goes, looking to the far side. He'll lay it up there and overthrow everybody. A little mix up in the play there. brings up 2nd and 15 from the 32. Clock is stopped with 2:31 to go here in the third quarter. 21-0. Capital on top of Shelton tonight. So the same formation again for the Highclimbers. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Shotgun for Geraldus. There's the snap. He'll go on the rollout, trying to give some room in there. Sets his feet and throws. Overthrows intended target. Incomplete. 3rd down. So 3rd down and 15 coming for the Highclimbers on their own 32-yard line.
The 7th grade Climber football team, please report to the north side.
And this weekend we have 2 youth football teams playing for championships. The senior junior varsity and the major junior varsity teams are playing. Tumwater Stadium. Back to pass goes Geraldus, looking to the far side. Throwing it, looking for Michael Hackler. Hackler can't get to it, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And a punting situation for the Highclimbers. Smith will stand about his 30-yard line to wait for this punt from Colton Pollard. High snap off his hands. Corralled it. It's going to run with it. And Colton Pollard's on his feet, but he's going to be run out of bounds short of the 1st down by about 12 yards. And that Cougars will take over. So Capital will take over on the Highclimber. Like the 36. Not the Highclimbers night so far tonight. 2:09 to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 Capital. Cougars have the ball in Highclimber territory on the 36-yard line. This time the Cougars will go out of the I formation. Jenkins under center. Send the man Smith over to the far side and hand off to Broxton. Broxton has a hole, getting to the outside, and he's pushed back after making a gain of about 5 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 5 from the 31. And that clock is still running. We're in the third quarter. 21-0. Capital on top. The Cougars have the ball in Highclimber territory. That I formation, deep in the I is Broxton. 2 receivers on the near side. Jenkins will go under center. Hands it off to Broxton. Broxton has it to the left, breaking a tackle into the secondary near the 20-yard line before he's pulled down. 10-yard run for Broxton. And 1st down.
Stopped up by Highclimber number 42, Cody Hall. 1st down, ball marked on the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cougars on the Highclimber 21. That I formation again. 2 receivers far side. Nobody to the near side. Broxton the end of the I. Jenkins looking things over. Hands it off to Broxton. Broxton going around the right side this time. Gets a couple yards. To the 18. Second down and 7 coming for the Cougars. As the clock continues to run. Cougars taking their time. Smith and Bortelli will go to the near side here. Out of the pistol this time. Broxton behind Jenkins. Morton decided to his left. Back to pass he goes, looking into the left side, throwing, and incomplete pass intended for Bortelli. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 18. Good defense by the Highclimbers. Stopping the clock with 23 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jenkins will send two receivers to the near side. Goes under center out of the I formation. Offset to the left. Taking his time. Broxton takes the handoff. Looking for some room around the left side. Gets to the 15. 3-yard gain. Moves a 4th down and 5. Actually, it looks like 4th and 4. So 4th down coming. And that'll do it for the quarter. So we're through 3 quarters. Capital all over Shelton tonight at Highclimber Stadium. It is 21-0. We'll be right back.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Find the right solution for your business with Hood Canal Communications. We offer business phone service and systems, broadband and networking, cable TV, and digital music. Find the right fit for your business, and together we'll grow. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net. Hood Canal Communications, Mason County's premier communications service provider.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
Back at Highclimber Stadium, 21-0, Capital on top of Shelton as we wait for the start of the 4th quarter. And it's a 4th down and 3 from the 15-yard line of the Highclimbers. It looks like the Cougars are going to go for it with a 4th and 3. The I formation for the Cougars. Broxton at the end of the I, man in motion behind this formation. And a pitch going to Broxton. Broxton looking for a sweeping this way. And he's going to get out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And it's a 1st down for the Cougars, though. 1st and goal. Near the 5 is where they'll spot it. Again, the I formation. Tight formation for the Cougars, leading by 21-0 score. Same formation as last time. And off to Broxton. Broxton works his way near the goal line. He's in. So another TD for the Cougars. And it's 27-0. Point after coming by Soderberg. He's been pretty much automatic tonight. And we'll see if we can add another one, make it a 4-touchdown lead, and likely out of reach for the Highclimbers tonight. Snap, spot, and kick. It's up. Looks good. And it is. It's been all Capital Cougars tonight. 11:49 to go in the ball game. 28-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with kickoff. MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net. We'll be right back.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Waiting for the kickoff after the Capital Cougars extend their lead to 28-0. Been all Cougars tonight, as they've got it teed up near the 40, or about ready to get it teed up near the 40. Not exactly the Highclimbers night tonight, as Hackler, McCullough, and Poller back deep for the kickoff here. Rain continues to fall here at the Highclimber Stadium. Coach Hinkle told me in the pregame that he hoped it would rain and they would stop the passing, but it hasn't worked in the advantage of the Highclimbers. And the kickoff is a squib kick. That'll be picked up by McCullough on the far side. Gets it to the middle of the field, about the 30, before the falls down, and that's where the Highclimbers will take over. $11:42 to go here in the ball game. So there's Cody Hall with the return for the Highclimbers. It's been all Capital here tonight. Senior night. So Giraldus will send everybody out here. 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun. It's like Pollard's beside him. Back to pass he goes. Looking over, a little pressure, throws it off, incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 11:36 to go here in the ball game. So far, the Cougars have been in control of this ball game. Mike Climber trying to mount a comeback here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun for Giraldus to hold his ground, throwing it deep. Got a guy there. It's complete. Nope, it's off his fingers now. And incomplete to Marshall McCullough. Brings up 3rd down. Highclimbers having some difficulties getting their offense in gear tonight. Michael Hackler enters the huddle. Giraldus will send 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, and they go out of shotgun again. Back to pass he goes. Under a little pressure, throws up in the middle to Pollard. Pollard on the screen gets 1st down, a little bit more. That's what the Highclimbers needed on 3rd down, to get a 1st down to the 43-yard line. And there's another, is it a Cougar player down? Oh yes, he's way up near the 35-yard line on the field on the far sideline. So 11:21 to go here in the ballgame, 28-0. Capital on top. The Shelton Highclimbers have a 1st and 10 coming when we resume play here. And they'll be on their own 42-yard line. Rain is falling. They're attending to the gentleman who hobbles out the field under his own power. Chase Martin was down the guy. And it'll be a Highclimber ball with the 1st and 10. So we're about ready to resume play here on their own 42-yard line. Got a lot of ground to make up. Shotgun again for Giraldus. They'll send 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Out of the shotgun. Here comes a blitz. Throwing a quick hit. It's complete to the far side there. And a quick 5 yards for the Highclimbers. 2nd and 5 coming. Didn't see who made that catch. So it was Jimmy Yee on the reception. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side for the shotgun formation in Giraldus. Back to pass. Oh, bobbled to pass. The ball's free. And it looks like the Cougars say they have it. And they do. Capital will take over. And the ball will be on the Highclimbers 44. All the ball is falling Cougars' way tonight. They lead 28-0. The final home game of the season for the Highclimbers. In the rain. I formation for the Cougars. Jenkins will send a guy wide to the near side, bottom of the screen. 1 to the far side. Hand off to Broxton. Broxton stutter steps his way about the 45-yard line. I'm sorry, the 40-yard line. 41 is where they're going to spot it. A lot of dancing for 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars. I formation again. Same formation. Jenkins taking his time. 10 minutes to go in the ball game and a 28-0 lead. Handoff to a new back in there, and he doesn't get very much, if anything at all. Looks like the running back is Chris He. No gain on that one. Brings up 3rd and about 7. Clock is running under 9.5 minutes to go. 2 receivers far side this time. I formation yet again. Hay is the end of the I. Jenkins under center. Hand off. Got a hole there going around the left side. Ball came out at the end of the play. I think they blew it dead though. As Hay came up a little short. And it's 4th down and about 1. From the 36. Fourth and 1 from the Highclimber 36-yard line. And Jenkins breaks it free, getting on the quarterback sneak. Gets about 5 yards. Actually call it 6 at the 30 now. And a 1st down. So stop the clock briefly at 8:18 to go. They'll set the chains and start it up again. It's a 4-touchdown lead for the Capital Cougars tonight. It's been all Capital. Highclimbers unable to get anything going offensively. I formation for Jenkins and company. 2 receivers near side. Offset to the left, it looks like. Handoff goes to Haye. He'll just dive over the pile for a couple yards. Keeping the clock moving. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Light rain falling now. Same formation but reversed to sides. 2 receivers on the far side now. Little play action this time. Jenkins will throw for the end zone. And we got a man down there and he bobbled it incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Stopping the clock with 7:03 to go here in the ballgame. Third and 8 coming for the Cougars. Three receivers to the near side now. Shotgun formation for Jenkins. And he'll just pull it down on the quarterback draw from the shotgun, and he's going to dive in near the 10-yard line, maybe the 5-yard line, depending on where they spot it. Forward progress stop. Actually going to be just inside the 10. And a timeout has been called by the Highclimbers. Whoa, step aside. 6:55 to go in the ball game. 28-0. Capital. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
6:55 to go here in the ball game. 28-0. The Capital Cougars on top of the Shelton Highclimbers tonight, Highclimber Stadium. It's been all Cougars tonight, and they're knocking on the door with a 1st and goal from the Highclimber 10-yard line. Cougars have dominated tonight. Jenkins will send 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, and go out of the I formation. Haye is at the end of the I. And I'll hand it off to Haye. He dives in the middle and got maybe a yard or 2. Let's see where they spot it. So I can give him 2. So 2nd and goal from the 8. And the clock continues to run under 6.5 minutes to go. Give me that I formation with a tight formation for the Cougars.
Need some comedy relief.
And back the little handoff. Good defense there. The Highclimbers, no gain or a loss on the play. Clock continues to run as we approach 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 28-0 Capital. Capital has a 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line now. And an I formation. Back to pass goes Jenkins. He's on the scramble and he's going to be caught from behind. That's Colton Poller on the sack there, and a loss of about 9 yards on that one. Now bring up 4th down.
A loss of 8 yards for the Cougars.
And then Soderberg's on to kick the field goal. Looks like it's going to be a 35-yarder. 35-yard field goal attempt. Snap, spot, and the kick. It's got the distance. Is it accurate enough? And it is. Tack on 3 more for the Cougars, and they now lead 31-0 on the Shelton Highclimbers after a 35-yard field goal by Van Soderberg. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back here on MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Do you think he's on his way? He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Well, there was a penalty on that field goal. It does count, and I believe they're going to mark it off on the kickoff, which is coming up next, and we'll get to that in just a moment here on MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, get half off a new bundled broadband connection for 6 months and free installation, but without any contract.
With unlimited internet access from HCC, you can keep your multi-device, data-hungry family happy. Close the generation gap without any data caps.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Connections, keeping our community connected.
So we're waiting for the kickoff now. It's 31-0 for the Capital Cougars. Way on top of the is going to be marked off. And this is going to be a penalty on the Highclimbers. And it's going to be 15-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness. And the Cougars will kick off from the Highclimbers 45. Four and a half minutes, 4:33 to go here in the ball game. It's 31-0. All Capital tonight. And Soderberg has it all teed up at the 45 to kick it off, and the ball falls off the tee. Soderberg just hit a 35-yard field goal to extend the lead of the Cougars. I imagine this game is pretty much out of reach now for Shelton, as the rain starts to fall a little bit harder now. And I'd expect Soderberg to try and kick this through between the uprights. And there he goes, the run, and the kick, and he does kick it deep. And a little off, but it goes out of the back of the end zone. So the Highclimbers will start out on their own 20-yard line, trailing by a bunch, 31-0. 4.5 minutes, 4:33 to go here in the ball game. Like to join me, Jerry?
I'm sorry. I wish I could have joined you.
It's all right. You can join us now. You can get you headphones here, headset. All right, Jerry, can you hear me all right?
I can.
Well, Jerry Apple now joining us as the Highclimbers have 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. And it's just not been the Highclimbers' night, Jerry.
No, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to see very much of it. We did an event tonight on texting and driving with State Farm, and we gave out a gift certificate to somebody for $136. We're trying to reward the positive. So, but yeah, I wish I could have been here with you tonight.
Yes, that's all right, Jerry. Better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah.
Get that a little closer to you. There you go.
Okay, thank you, David.
There you go. So 2nd down and 10 from the 20. And we have some new faces in there for the Highclimbers.
Yeah.
Let's see here. New quarterback. That's going to be Alex Haskell running the show. And didn't see who quite ran that one. I'm going to say it's Isaiah Stewart. It's a couple of yards. And it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 22 for the Highclimbers. And so we're we're approaching 3:20 to go here in the ball game. Offset I formation for the Highclimbers. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hand off to the second guy through, and he's just swallowed under. Pressure defense. This is just the way it's been going all game, Jerry.
Yeah, just have it. The offensive line hasn't opened up any holes, have they? Yeah.
Not really. I mean, there's been a couple of good bursts by the Highclimbers, but they just haven't been able to add on to anything.
Right.
And that brings up 4th down and 9 on the loss on the play.
Boy, that field sure has taken a beating tonight.
Now it has. It's deteriorated rapidly as Colton Pollard's on there to kick the, punt it away for the Highclimbers. He's got a spiraling kick that's going to hit it the midfield, take a Highclimber bounce inside the 45, and that's where the Cougars will take over with 2.5 minutes to go here in the 2:31 to go in the ballgame. Jerry, tell us a little bit more about the SAD event again. Texting and driving. You had a banner out there here?
Yeah, we had a booth, and we had over 250 people sign the pledge tonight to not text and drive. And of course, we encouraged them to do that. And we just had our drawing, and a 15-year-old won the drawing for a $124 gift certificate. And he wants it to go to GameStop. So I get to go into that store the next couple of days and buy a nice gift certificate for him. So I hope that every little thing we can do to encourage people not to text and drive, that's, I guess, my mission in life now. So.
Or even look at your phone while you're driving.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have some new faces for both teams, some clean uniforms for the Cougars. They hand off to fullback there. Let's see here. Quarterback's going to be the freshman, Grant Erickson. And the storyline on that young man is that he led the Cougars for most of the season up until about a couple of games ago when Cody Jenkins recovered from a hand injury. But a 5-6 yard run for the Cougars. Bringing up, I guess it's a 5 yard run. 2nd and 5 from the 49 now. Handoff. Going to number 23. Gets the first down. Number 23 is Ryder Martin for Capital. He's a junior. 5'11", 165. And it'll be first down for Capital with under 2 minutes to go here in the ballgame. So how many kids do you have in your SAD club organization?
We have about 60.
Okay.
Which is a good number. We got a nice group of junior high students mixed with the high school. We're doing a lot of projects.
So 1st and 10 for Capital on the Highclimber 39 now. And a handoff again into the fullback. No going there. He's just stopped maybe a yard on that. Trying to see that fullback, who that fullback is.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm thinking it's still Martin on the carry. So no gain on that one. 2nd and 10 from the 39 of the Highclimbers as we approach a minute to go in the ball game. So chance from the Capital crowd here. Made the trek from Olympia. So I don't know what this does to the playoff picture, Jerry, but...
Yeah, that was a question I was going to ask you, the scenarios.
There's a lot of scenarios here. It depends on what happens. Oop, a fumble on the snap, and actually somehow it got out to Martin, and there's a loss on the play that does bring up...
was recovered by Capital.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd and 14 now for Capital as we're 20 seconds and counting. Yeah, let me see here, Jerry, as we can kind of speculate on what's going to happen. If I can find the right piece of paper, I had it kind of spelled out here as we're under 10 seconds. I don't know if I could just play off. Here we go. And that'll pretty much do it. So that'll be the ball game. It's 31-0. Capital comes into the Highclimber Stadium and upset the Highclimbers tonight in the final home game of the season. We'll take a timeout and we'll kind of wrap things up, maybe discuss some things that could happen here in the postseason at the next week game. So we'll be back in just a moment.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
Well, it's a final at Highclimber Stadium. 31-0 is the final score. Capital Cougars come into Highclimber Stadium, take out the Climbers here at Highclimber Stadium. 31-0 as the Highclimbers just had a little team meeting there and get things going. Now, depending on what happens for the rest of the season, so we know Lincoln's going to be number 1. That's pretty much almost written in.
They were playing Foss tonight.
Yeah, that was probably written at the beginning of the season, actually. Let's see here. Wilson and Central Kitsap are playing tonight.
Right.
And let's see here. So Shelton and Capital are now both 4 and 3. Now, I'm not sure if there's a mini playoff or how this all works out. I had it all kind of spelled out here. If Shelton's no longer number 2, so that's out. If they end up as a number 3 team, they likely take on Eastside Catholic.
Okay.
Metro number 2. If they go in as a number 4 team, they will take on the Greater St. Helens League number 1. That's either Kelso or Columbia River, and they're playing tonight. So I don't know what the situation is. It all kind of depends on what happens between Wilson and Central Kitsap. I would imagine if Wilson wins, they would take number 2, Central Kitsap. Well, see, now that puts 3 teams in there. Well, I don't really know. I'd have to check. We'll have to...
Okay, if Central Kitsap won, wouldn't that put Shelton in 3rd because they beat Central Kitsap?
If Central Kitsap won, they would be number 2, and Wilson would be number 3.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure how all this would work out. It's all mathematical.
Right. That's right. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
It gets to be very confusing. And for all I know, we could have a 3-team playoff. I haven't had a chance to talk to Jim Judson about what the scenario is. Coach Hinkle, yesterday when I talked to him, was more thinking, you just got to win this game and take care of our own.
Sure.
And that obviously didn't happen tonight as Capital comes in here and just shuts down the Highclimbers tonight. And
one thing, and I was looking at the scores last week, if that was any indication, Capital played North Thurston last week.
Right.
And the score was 49-7.
Yeah.
And that told me, either North Thurston has accumulated a lot of injuries, because North Thurston wasn't that bad at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I believe the storyline for North Thurston is they've lost some key players as the season has gone along. And
But
for Capital, as I mentioned, they lost their quarterback early in the season, and he came back. I think
Yeah.
it was last week. It might have been the week before.
So they've got a lot of momentum going.
Yes. So, I mean, anybody who who gets Capital is probably got a handful here. I'm just going to see if I can't find some scores, Jerry. See if we can find out what happened here.
The positive for Capital is they have played a 9th grader as a quarterback this year, and that bodes well for them in the future.
Oh yeah, and he looked pretty good in he did get some playing time here late. I don't know how that puts a lot of pressure on the young man, but I can't even get there. We go. Well, it's a final score here. Either way, you can't quite find the scores. Are not enough bandwidth, I don't believe, here. So, anyways, we'll keep you up to date on what happens for next week and how this goes. It's a final score of 31-0 as the Shelton Highclimbers go down tonight, final home game of the season.
I look at a positive here in looking at our roster. We do have a lot of kids coming back next year, but we are losing some key seniors. But we do have a nice, we got a running back coming back, couple of running backs. Quarterback is coming back. A lot of our linemen. So, I think we'll be, fairly good shape next year as far as experience. Just looking at this.
Well, yeah, the season's not quite over anyways. There's still
and
depending on where they play and who they play is
you bet.
the question now. As we'll try. I'm going to try and track down Mr. Jessen before I leave the stadium tonight, but it depends on what happens. So that'll do it for us here at Highclimber Stadium. 31-0. The Capital comes in and upsets Shelton tonight on MasonWebTV.com and HookCanalCommunicationsHCC.net. Thanks for tuning in.